Arcturus and gate, they did a thing. This is the Trinity Armament Alpha Carbine with gate tightened to Bluetooth. Let's check it out. So this is the box that it comes in. It's quite a minimalistic box, I'd say. It's got usual stuff on there, the info, warning signs and whatnot. Just this bit here, obviously American, Canadian, manufacturing product, Bluetooth. You've got the Trinity Armament logo here, on the back there. This is a collaboration between Arcturus and Gate. You can see just here. And we have a little bit of info on the back here, which says Gate Enterprise and Arcturus Tactical are both community driven and dedicated to innovative product development. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? Under the same version, we have formed a joint venture to create new products that enhance the airsoft experience by integrating Gate Enterprise's unparalleled cutting-edge technology, including electronics, HPA engines, and unrivaled gearbox internals, with Arcturus Tactical, dependable mechanical systems and exceptional external components. Our partnership aims to raise the benchmark of AEG performances and customization. This new entity will henceforth be known as the Trinity Armament. Well, with all that out the way with, let's just get it open. So, let's get this bad boy open. Turn it around here. Right, what have we got in here? So, there's your bits of paperwork there. Quickly have a look. Obviously, how to set up your gate inside, your Bluetooth instructions, serial numbers and whatnot, and your pin which you'd need to set it up. We also have the Gate Certificate of Quality, where they have chronoed the rifle in testing, and by this is a consistent reading. So we've got for the first round we've got 395, 394, 394, 395, 395. Yeah, standard sort of stuff, but it's good that they put them in there so you know, and that seems pretty consistent in the firing on that, so let's hope it does continue to be like that. Just took that out of the way. We've got the ownership manual. Obviously you scan that on your smartphones and it'll bring you up on the e-manual sort of thing, but all that side, let's look inside. Obviously we've got the protective foam as usual. Nice. Nice, let's try and tip this up without everything falling out. I think you can all see that. So, what we've got is obviously the rifle itself here. Very, very smart M4. So this has got your iron sights in and a Allen key, a couple of Allen keys in there. So I'm gathering, like, obviously that's the Allen key that fits your iron sights, and going to guess the other ones for the rifle, or some parts of the rifle, but we'll have a look at that. Magazine. You know, I like these Arcturus magazines. They're a bit like the EPM magazines. So you've got like a BB window here, which is quite useful. And it does look like, yeah, it's got a bit of a follower there to ensure all your BBs come in. Obviously, I don't know if that's going to prevent all the mag spill when you pull them out, but that'll be something to do with testing. Got a nice solid magazine there. I think it's 180 rounds off the top of my head. I'd have to double check with that, but it's a nice magazine. And I believe with most Arcturus products you do get a patch, and there's a nice smart Trinity Armament patch there as well. A nice little touch. Obviously you've got your usual gel things in there, and the rifle. Let's get this thing out. So guys, the rifle itself, full metal construction. tell you what, this thing is solid, man. There's no play in this at all. Dust cover there. M-lock rails on your side and on the bottom. But obviously you've got these Picatinny across the top there, so you can mount whatever optics, cameras and torches or whatever you want on this thing. And you've got these little wrist rail sections here and on the bottom there. And you've got your QD mounts for your sling. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Moving down the receiver, full metal. You've got the Trinity Armament logo here, and the gate and arcturus markings there. Come back to this. It's got a new security feature. Oh, and you've got the little gate logo there. And on the other side, as you've probably seen, was the Trinity Armament series. The gate, I'm guessing that's the gate serial numbers here, and your 6mm caliber. It is a solid rifle, I must admit. Let's try. I like to just see how crisp these things are when I get a new rifle on the fire selector. So obviously it's in semi at the moment. Can't move from there. That's quite a distinctive click. I like that. Yeah, I do like a good distinctive click when with a fire selector there. The trigger, that's quite a nice trigger that. Now, obviously with this being a gate, this is going to be fully customizable how sensitive the trigger pull is. That's all in the programming. Pistol grip. That's a nice pistol grip. Obviously that's the only polymer parts on this is obviously your pistol grip and your stock, but the pistol grip, it's got a nice texture to that. It's got like a bit of an indentation here, so where your finger can sit, sorry. And same here, below the trigger here, it's got little grooves here where you can rest your finger. The stock is nice and solid, there's no play. Obviously I'm guessing it'll be a six position stock. Yeah, it will be. It's a nice stock actually. You've got a QD point on the back of the stock here. The battery compartment. I like this actually. So you turn this little dial here, that will unlock this. Obviously it's not going to come off, it's fixed. And that's where you've got your Dean's connector, which is nice. That's Dean's, obviously with the gate inside. And obviously you fit your battery up the buffer tube there. Oops, I've locked that by accident. And then you turn the lock again, that's solid, it's not going anywhere. The dust cover obviously pops up when you pull like the charging handle, and it reveals the rotary style hop up inside there. Yeah, nice that it locks back. But the question is, how do you get this to rock back forward? Obviously I've not tried this yet, but what I know is with the gate that's in here, it can be used as a training rifle where you can customize it to stop operating after a certain amount of rounds, so it forces you to reload. And what it has got is a sensor here on the bolt release, where obviously you take your magazine out, reload, and this sensor, once pressed, whatever it does inside will operate that to make it start firing again. Now I'll be curious if that then locks the bolt forward again, because that's not doing anything at the moment. So I hope that does close, because in game you don't really want to be thinking, right, I need to cut the dust cover up, and obviously you don't want loads of crap getting into your rifle there. But that's pretty cool. That magwell's nice, flared magwell. Obviously a bit easier when putting a magazine in. Well, if we try the magazine in there, it's actually now instantly I've just noticed something that I don't really like. it's a bit of an irritant for me. Not a massive deal, but a bit of an irritant for me is there's a little bit of play there in the magazine. Now that might not affect the way of performance at all. It's an easy fix, but I do like a solid, when the magazine's in, I do like it solid, not much wobble. That's got quite a significant bit of wobble there. Not a massive issue, but that's a nice release on that actually. Nice and easy, just flies out. One thing I noticed on the front there, it's got like this built-in sort of like stubby short mock suppressor, I suppose you could call it. That's quite smart. That obviously you could take that off and fit what you want, but that's like integrated into the barrel there. That's nice. That I do like. It's a nice little finish to the rifle. Obviously with the way the front end is there, it looks quite an aggressive finish on there. But like, this is solid, man. There is literally no play in this at all. I like that. But yeah, what we'll do is let's connect the battery to it. So what we'll do is we will try 11.1. This is 11.1 ready out the box, so there's no issues there. We'll try 11.1, 50 milliamp. Let's try that. Nice and easy access there. I'm going to guess this does make a distinctive sound when I connect in the battery. There we go. If you heard the beeps there, that recognises that the battery's in. If we were to try and fire this, wow. That is crisp, man. Now obviously that can be programmed to make that even more sensitive if you like, in different modes, which we'll run through, because the exciting thing about this is what's inside the kit inside this. But that is nice. You know when you get that horrible, you can tell when like a rifle's not being shimmed correctly or whatnot. There's none of that here. Like that does not sound like you. Ooh, can't understand that idiot. That is tasty, man. But yeah, let's run through some of the features. Now, what makes this rifle special is obviously what's inside it. Now, off the top of my head, I can't think off the top of my head. I remember everything that's in it because it's got quite a bit inside this thing. So what I'll do is I'll just read off the screen here the details about the rifle, but it's pretty tasty, guys. So where we at? The Trinity Armament is the world's first AEG train replica series straight from the factory, with a pre-installed Titan II Bluetooth and magazine and bolt catch sensors. The Trinity AEG replicas are aimed at anyone with their primary focuses on response time and cycle speed. Decent. Elevate your airsoft experience to new heights with our cutting-edge technology. Experience true realism with the bolt catch feature, which is what we saw earlier, where it's got the little sensor under the bolt catch. Bolt catch feature mirroring real-life action as it detects your press of the bolt catch button. Be curious to see how that works when I take this out on the field. Customize your gameplay further with the adjustable magazine capacity limits. That's where you can program the gate of your magazine to make it more realistic. While our realistic magazine function ensures authenticity by blocking shooting when the magazine is removed. Now, this must need setting up to operate that, because when we connected the battery, it was firing dry, which is obviously that's saying it shouldn't do that. So obviously it must be a program, but to set it up to program it. Next, the reinforced gearbox includes the new Gate Titan II Bluetooth. Gate CNC made parts, such as an adjustable Nova trigger based design. It is a nice trigger, I must admit, and it does feel nice, and you can tell how sensitive it is. The protector cylinder head high-speed piston, head, bolt catch and magazine sensors, which we know. The most advanced and user-friendly GCS app. Obviously, you got the app, make sure you download the app. Whatever you do when you get any new rifle or whatnot and you connect it with that, make sure you update the firmware on it to make sure everything's running correctly, because there will have been faults, and obviously they update these things to make it run to optimal. Lets you access multitude of settings and configurations like binary trigger to sensitivity, rate of fire, live via Bluetooth. So on the go, customize your gun in the field as you go, but I'd probably make sure you set that up prior, because you don't really want to get your phone out in the middle of gameplay. But what is pretty cool that you can do is you can even use a remote trigger on your smartwatch. Now that does sound pretty cool, because I'd rather operate something by my watch in the field rather than get my phone out if needed to. I like that. It's a cool feature. When you purchase the Trinity training replica, you receive calibrated test systems. Yeah, we've seen all that. So running through a bit of specification. Obviously, we got aluminium, steel, and polymer. Obviously, the two polymer parts are, as we said, the stock and the pistol grip. The rest of it is, steel and aluminium. It's solid. The gearbox is an ACR V2 hybrid with quick change spring system. Ideal, because we'll let you change quick spring on the fly if we need to. The gears are the Arcturus RS 13:1 steel CNC wide use gear set. If you're a tech, that's probably more your thing to understand. I don't have a clue, but sounds cool. The motor is the Arcturus RS high torque motor. Yeah, cool. Magazine, obviously we looked at the magazine there. It's a nice magazine, I must admit. The overall length is 720 millimeters. System is the Titan 2 Bluetooth, which we know. Battery type 11.1 volt. It's suggested battery. Awesome. Fire modes, we know semi-binary, burst auto, semi-ramping, full auto, safety. So yeah, getting that app, you can customize it to however you want to use the gun, which is cool. The hop up, it does look like a nice hop up in there. That is the Arcturus RS reinforced polymer precision rotary hop up unit. Cool. This is obviously, I never stated it, but it's the 11.5 inch M-lock handguard. There are a couple of different sizes in this. You've got the 7.9, obviously shorter than this, and if you want to go to a longer version, there's a 15.3 inch variant as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out in the field and try it, see what it's like, and we'll do another video on that and catch up and see how it performs. Hopefully it lives up to expectation, because it sounds awesome what it can do inside. The rifle sounds great when we're firing it. The build quality on it is solid. I'm impressed with that, but as always, it comes down to the performance in the field, and I'm pretty thinking this is going to be pretty awesome firing out the box. But yeah, for what you get in this out of the box is crazy. Now you might be curious, well, how much does this cost? It ain't cheap, guys. This is retailing at the moment at just under £500. Now, for me, yeah, that's expensive, but for what you're getting, the amount of kit that's in this, I don't think that's bad. But we'll see if it lives up to expectation when we take it out in the field. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video coming up where we take this out, because I'll put some gameplay on there, and then we'll run through my thoughts and feelings on it after. But yeah, make sure you drop a like or comment on there with any questions you do have about the rifle, and I'll get back to you about it. Like I say, there's a lot of info about this. There's a lot of technology in this that I need to learn myself. But yeah, just drop the comment on there. We'll have a chat about if you've got this rifle, and let me know what you think of it. I'll be curious to know. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned for the next video coming up, and drop a like on the video, subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you get notified when I drop that video. And yeah, just thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.